As a small business owner, you often have your fair share of challenges. You may even feel you're the only one. But what if you could be connected with another small business facing similar challenges? Well, QuickBooks have done that with the Quick Round with QuickBooks Challenge. Two small business owners in the same room facing similar challenges, finding solutions and even giving each other advice. So let's find out what happened in today's Quick Round with QuickBooks Challenge.
Hi, my name is Muriel Mushariwa. I run a website called RateMyCV. The purpose of RateMyCV is to allow job seekers to upload their CV, which we then send off to an HR as well as industry-specific employers who will then rate your CV and make changes to improve its quality. The purpose of RateMyCV is to help job seekers to make changes to their CV so that when they send it off to potential employers, it is the best quality that it can be.
Hi, my name is Viljoen Kock. I own a company, GUDGU. GUji is an Afrikaans acronym. It stands for Goedheid uit die grond uit, or goodness from the earth. We make sugar-free and sugar cordials, and we just started with the sugar-free range, and it's really taken off.
Well, Viljoen, the challenge that we have at RateMyCV is basically marketing our website to be able to get to as many job seekers as possible and to offer them the best quality service that we can. The other challenge that we have is getting the feedback from reviewers, because you are basically asking people who are busy executives who have a lot on their plate, and then by asking them to now review a CV, it's another thing on their to-do list. So those are the two challenges at RateMyCV.
Well, Muriel, at GUDGU, I think one of our biggest challenges, like you mentioned, is marketing and social media. And then a very big problem for us is to get our product into different stores. So transport for us is a very big problem.
And I'm sure the cost of marketing for it as well, for RateMyCV, it's a huge amount. And you want to pay for something that you know is going to have some impact.
And you don't always have that cash flow to do the big things.
Yes.
You know.
If RateMyCV didn't have the challenges that it currently has, I think we would be able to assist more job seekers throughout South Africa. We have a high rate of unemployment, and I think part of the problem is that people trying to get jobs can't really market themselves properly purely because of the CV that they have. As an academic, I'm asked a lot to write references for my students, and I'll look at the CV and I can see this could be so much better.
No, I agree with you. If we didn't have the transport problem, I think we can distribute nationally currently. And that is a big problem. People want the product, but we do not have the means to get it to all the people across South Africa.
So our businesses are very different.
They are, yes.
But I think we actually have a similarity in the challenge to market our product. We want people to know about our product. We want people to know about our service. But the challenge of getting people to know about it is a main issue. And I think social media is something that is so big that when you look at it, it's actually scary to think, how do I get to the people that I want to actually try out my service and not have to now be spending 3 hours a day trying to go on Facebook, Twitter, all these social media platforms. So getting to grips with social media is a struggle, I think, for both of us.
Yes, and to do social media in the correct way is a big challenge for us.
Yes.
We're really struggling with that. And like you said, the marketing really, you need to be there the whole day and you need to do it. It's a big challenge.
It is. So one of the things that I've realized with the challenge of social media is that in as much as you could get someone to come in, someone who has expertise in social media, who would be committed to doing just that social media, the cost of it is just too high.
Yeah, and us being a small business or a startup business, it really takes a big chunk out of your running costs.
Yes.
You know.
So the people who made our website, Inspired Web, actually said, do it yourself. Don't actually, as a small business starting out, try and get someone to come in because the overheads would just be too high.
Yeah.
But I think once you grow and are big enough, then you could have someone come in.
We've decided not to do a website.
Okay.
We mainly focus on Facebook, and Facebook's interactive, so we're on it the whole day, and that's the way we can promote our business. We're on it.
Yeah, that's great, because we're also on Facebook, we're also on Twitter, and what I find about Twitter is the fact that in as much as Facebook can end up being the people you know and the people they
Yes.
know that they know, Twitter seems Twitter's bigger because people are going to tweet what you've just
I
said
agree
or
with
done.
you,
Yeah.
If I were in your shoes, what I would do differently is maybe go into a roadshow and get in contact with more students. And I think that way you can expand your brand and you can get the word out there.
Yeah. And I think if I was in your shoes, I would try and find innovative ways of trying to get my product to the customer. And there are many ways you can think about it in terms of either getting an Uber style sharing transport mechanism, or even trying to market yourself more to maybe distributors that are bigger than the ones that you currently
That's
have,
something
those
to look at, yes.
who would be willing to cover the costs of the transport.
Thank you. Listening to your story, I can advise by saying, just go for it. Never give up. Put your head to it and just go.
Listening to your story, I can say as well that, you know, you have such a unique product, and you're coming into the market at a time when we're about to introduce a sugar tax. So you're already set for what's coming and the reality that we have with diabetes. So I think you can even have that kind of angle in how you market yourself, that this is a healthy drink. It's got no sugar in it.
So Muriel, it was great to talk to you, great to catch up, and thank you for all that advice. Let's take this forward.
Thanks. It was great chatting to you too.
So I think the biggest takeaway for me from these two businesses were that even though they were so different, so one being an online CV portal and one being a cool drink company, they seemed to have the same challenges when it came to social media and marketing of their product. And because they were small businesses, they don't always have the cash flow or the monetary resources to hire a specific person to do their social media and to do their marketing, so they have to just do it themselves. So for me, that was the biggest thing that I got out of it. Another positive thing that came out was that although they're struggling in some instances, they are so passionate about their products and so enthusiastic that they just persevered and just wanted to do as much as they could to make their businesses work.